Hey everybody, so since we're stuck at home through this whole quarantine, social distancing thing, I thought I'd make a video telling you 9 facts about Regina, Saskatchewan, the city that I live in. So, without further ado, number 1. The Royal Saskatchewan Museum was established in 1906 as the Provincial Museum after Charles Noddings found a large boulder with a card-faced petroglyph on it in 1905 in the Beaver Hills area, which is about 35 miles southeast from the city of Orkton. Charles donated this boulder to the province of Saskatchewan, and the museum was born. Now, I have no idea who this Charles Noddings was. I tried to Google his name, but there wasn't much information. So he's some dude who donated a boulder and helped establish this museum. Yay. And on number 2, also about the museum. In 1986, the museum added a robotic T-Rex. He was the first robotic dinosaur in the country. You would push a button on the display, and like his eyes and claws and stuff would move, and he would like roar and stuff. There was a province-wide contest held to decide what he would be named, and an elementary school student won, making his name Eggamunch. In 1997, Megamunch was temporarily located to the Regina Airport, where he loudly greeted visitors to the city. Can you imagine people flying in from like Vancouver or Edmonton or even from the States somewhere, and like, or from Europe and not ever having visited this country, and just like they walk into the airport and there's like this big dinosaur like roaring at them? That'd be kind of funny. But anyway. Anyways, that was a temporary location, so eventually had brought him back to the museum, and now he's next to the eater there to like greet people as they come in. On August 4th, 2003, it was Megamunch's birthday, in which 500 museum visitors helped celebrate his 65th millionth 17th birthday. I don't know how they managed to do the math for that, but that's interesting. And they celebrated by making this dinosaur cards, eating dinosaur cookies, painting their faces, and decorated the front walk with chalk. And every August since, the museum does celebrate his birthday, and this Megamunch character even has his own Facebook page. So, a little interesting fact for you guys. The museum, number 3, this is Saskatchewan Science Centre, which is another big attraction in the city. It's an interactive science museum that opened in 1989 and was originally used as a power plant in the Wascana Centre. I thought it was interesting because I didn't know that before. And it was originally called the Powerhouse of Discovery, and that's probably why there's a street that's located on it that has this long walkway bike path, and it's called Powerhouse Drive. So I always wonder why it's called Powerhouse Drive, because I kind of go along that sometimes when I'm biking. The place is closed right now because obviously with the COVID-19 thing, so you can go along the bike path, but you can't like get into the building. Anyway, in the year 1991, the city expanded the Science Centre, and the Kramer Imax Theatre was brought to the city. And the screen in the Kramer Imax is 52 feet tall, 73 feet wide, with more than 10,000 watts of power. And they used to announce for each screening of a film, I remember when I was a kid, that it was something as long as like 3 buses parked like end to end or something. So pretty long screen, pretty big screen to watch movies on. And I don't think they had feature films. It was just like documentary, educational type stuff. Anyways, number 4. Since opening in 1956, the Milky Way, which is a popular ice cream place around here, has been making ice cream, milkshakes, and donuts. And before reading that, I did not know that they made donuts. You know, I just thought it was ice cream, milkshakes, maybe some slushy things. That was it. Anyway, number 5. Regina became the capital of Saskatchewan in 1905. And the city started off as a hunter's camp in the 1880s. I did not know that about the hunter's camp. I have heard that there was a small town, Capel, that I think might have originally been the capital of Saskatchewan way back, but I'm not too sure about that. I have to look that up. Anyway, number 6. Regina's Wascana Centre Park is bigger than Vancouver Stanley Park and Central Park in New York City combined at 2,300 acres. Wascana Centre is home to the world's largest western painted turtle. Her name is Olga, and in 2015 her hard shell was measured to be a record-setting 10.47 inches long. And there's the Albert Street Memorial Bridge on the western edge of the lake. Albert Street, I'm not sure. I think that was named after, like, probably after Prince Albert or something like that. You know, the monarchy and all that stuff that Canada's connected with. You know, there's like Albert Street and Albert Park is the name of a bus route around here. Anyway, and it was the Memorial Bridge on the western edge of the lake. It's the longest bridge over the shortest span of water in the world. It's like in the Guinness records for the bridges, and the Guinness World Records for that. And in case you were wondering about the geese, yeah, there's a lot of geese there. They're along Wascana Parkway on the way to the university, and pretty much anywhere there's a park, Wascana geese are going to, you know, congregate. And back in the day, people fed them bread a lot, but I think, as I said in a previous video about geese, the bread isn't exactly the most nutritional thing for them, so people tend to feed them birdseed now. At least I feed them birdseed. I don't know about other people. Anyway, lots of geese there. Number 7. Regina receives 2,365 hours of sunshine every year. That's a lot of sun. And that's a good thing, because we need that sun. The city warm. Well, except right now. It's like really rainy and stuff, so not exactly good. Anyways, number 8. Regina is the 16th largest city in Canada with a population of 236,481 as of the 2016 census. I couldn't find a population number for 2019. I tried to look for it, but I watch the local channels, and the commercials always say that the city is growing and the economy is growing, so I'm assuming that now in 2020 there's probably, you know, we're probably closer to, I don't know, 237,000 maybe. I'm not positive. Anyways, number 9, and this will be the last fact. Regina has a humid continental climate. Winters are very cold, windy, and dry. In January, temperatures are between minus 21.6 degrees Celsius and minus 10.7 degrees Celsius, but sometimes they drop below minus 40 degrees Celsius. It gets really cold here. On January 1st, 1885, Regina experienced minus 50 degrees Celsius. On April 6, 2018, Regina experienced minus 23 degrees Celsius with a wind chill of minus 34 degrees Celsius. The hottest temperature recorded in Regina was 43.3 degrees Celsius on July 5th, 1937. So, yeah, and I was trying to find other days that Regina has experienced like minus 40 and minus 50. I am sure that there has been that with the wind chill in recent times, but I couldn't find an exact date with temperature. But I know there's been some really, really cold days, and I have like bad circulation just from bad luck and in my hands, and waiting for the bus, and I waited for the bus in like minus 40, and it gets cold. You eventually can't feel your hands and your fingers and your toes. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've got for the day, and hope that all of you are well and staying inside, social distancing, and all that. And yeah, talk to you soon.